All right, hello, Benjamin. You more commonly go by just Ben, right? Do you have a preference?
But both are fine with me.
Okay.
Well, actually, I do go a little bit more by Benjamin. I'm not from the U.S., so
So you're telling me that in the Netherlands they don't call you with shortened names; they just call you by your full name.
yeah. Well, the thing is, for example, with people call Ben Feingold, they call him Ben Feingold, right?
But I'm assuming his
But
first name's just Ben, right? Like, is his name Benjamin Feingold?
his name is Benjamin
Oh,
Feingold.
oh, I never knew
Yeah,
that.
there. So that's really the difference. Like in the U.S., people's name, like if someone's name is Ben, his official name is actually Benjamin, but he just
Right.
goes by Ben,
Okay.
right? Whereas for me, it's like you can call me Ben is more like a nickname,
Uh-huh.
but I don't want to go by Ben Bach.
That sounds a lot worse than
Just
Benjamin Bach, not going to lie.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's why just do Benjamin.
All right, Benjamin sounds good. Okay, well, it's great to have you here, Benjamin. I know that you're going to be on the Archbishops. I'm really excited to be the captain, and I'm sure you're really excited to be representing them once again. I heard that the first time you played for the Archbishops was in 2019. Did you play every year after that? How has that been for you?
Yeah, so I made my debut for the St. Louis Archbishops in 2019, and actually we went to the live finals, which was an awesome experience, and we won that one. And in 2020, I was also on a team, and I believe we ended up winning, but it went offline. The finals were played offline.
Oh,
And yeah, 2021, I was also on a team. We came second, I believe. And I don't think there was a league in 2022. So this year we're looking to take it all again.
that's amazing. How do you feel with your team and everything? Your team looks super strong. You have world number. Okay, honestly, I don't know what number Fabiano Caruana is right now. I haven't looking
Five-ish.
five-ish. Okay, world, number five on the team. Obviously, he's a legend. How do you feel with your current roster? It looks quite strong.
Yeah, no, we have an amazing team. We have Fabiano Caruana, like you said, one of the best players in the world. He has also really stepped up his game in rapid chess recently. We also have Dominguez, also an extremely strong grandmaster. Jeffrey Zhang, who's around 2700, but I think in rapid, Jeffrey is a little bit stronger. He's in last year's rapid chess championship. He was really hanging with the best, and also in the what's it called, the Chess.com Global Championship,
Mm-hmm.
he did pretty well. But also, I think players like Nicolas Theodorou, he's definitely way underrated in especially in rapid chess. He's extremely good, so I definitely expect a lot from him. And yeah, we also have strong female players, so I also have faith in them that they've been stepping up their game in leading up to this season. So I think we have a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I mean the team roster just looks super strong. Your female player, you have like two women grandmasters. Um, you know, I've seen amazing things from all of the players on your team. I do understand that. Sorry, let me rephrase this. I do understand that the archbishops have won before. Do you think you guys will be making it into the final four this year? Do you think you'll be making it to the finals? How far do you expect to go?
Yeah, I do expect us to go deep. I don't know exactly what the path will be to the finals, and I think it will also depend who we will meet on our way. But I think one of our biggest rivals are gonna be the Canada Chess Bros. They have
Right.
Magnus on their team. Magnus will count as a 2700, but he's actually 2850, so they gain a lot of value there. Besides that, I think also the Gotham Knights will be really good with Hikaru, and one other player I saw on their team who will be someone to look out for is Mikola Bordnik, because he's only like 2440, but on chess.com he's like 2950 blitz, so he's way underrated as well. So I guess since we're a North American team, we might meet those teams on our way to the final. So it will definitely not be an easy path, but I do like our chances.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are some really, really strong players this year. When you mentioned the Canada Chess Bra, sorry, they don't just have Magnus Carlson. They also have Anish Giri, who is 27-64, and Jordan Van Forest, and numerous other really, really strong players. How do you feel about Magnus Carlson also being in the PCL this year?
Yeah, I think it's awesome that the Pro Chess League now really sees the best players in the world. We have Magnus Carlsen, we have Hikaru Nakamura, Fabiano Caruana, and I think that's really what the league needs to be more accessible to viewers from all over the world. I think they tried to change the format a couple years ago where they let teams stack their teams as much as possible with no rating cap, but I think that concept didn't really work out because the the competition became a little bit lopsided with certain teams like ourselves having just the best players in the world and other teams couldn't really compete. So I think they got a nice format where they will have the best players in the world compete, but where also every team will have a chance. So I'm very excited. Like, chess has grown a lot in recent years. And I think, with Magnus playing, with Hikaru, with Fabiano, the Pro Chess League is just going to be awesome for fans to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, the Pro Chess League, I remember watching it, in 2019, and it was really, really exciting. So now with the whole chess boom, like 3 times chess boom, whatever it is at this point, I feel like a lot of people are going to be tuning in. This is going to be a really large event incorporating all of the world top players. It is going to be a 10+2 format, which means 10 minutes, 2-second increment for viewers. Are you more confident playing against higher rated players in rapid or, in classical?
Yeah, so I don't play a whole lot of classical anymore. I mainly play Blitz online, but I do like playing rapid. I think it's just a little bit more relaxed. Like you just play your game. There's not too much to think about. So I like playing rapid. I think there's a nice mixture between still playing fast and just enjoying the game, but you also do have to think. So I like my chances in rapid, and like I said, I think we also have a couple other rapid specialists on our team.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. I mean, honestly, I think I haven't played a lot of classical in the last couple of years, mostly out of choice. And I have to admit, rapid is a lot more fun than playing classical. So it's going to be exciting. The games are going to be much faster paced, and I think it's in the format, especially that you guys are playing, which is everybody plays everybody once, correct? So it would
Yeah,
be,
that's
yeah.
correct.
Yeah, so you'll be playing against everybody on the enemy team, which is, pretty intense. So that should be a lot of fun, and it should help the whole event run a little faster. So these are going to be more of the fun questions. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts about the archbishops and the PCL in general. What do you view as your own best achievement in chess?
Yeah, so in 2015, I won the London FIDE Open. I won the London Chess Classic FIDE Open. So that was my biggest tournament victory. But I would say for myself, making it to the World Cup in 2019 and reaching the round of 64 probably is sort of the height of my career, so to speak, in my over the board career, because that's sort of the deepest I've gone in the World Championship cycle. But apart from that, last year I reached the round of 32 in the Chess.com Global Championship, which is almost like an online World Cup, and I actually defeated Alexander Grishuk in the round of 64. So I guess it's those three achievements really.
That sounds quite fitting. I did check Wikipedia, obviously, and I found out that you defeated Ivan Saric in the first round for the for the World Cup in 2019, and then you were eliminated by Alexander Grishuk in the second round. So I'm sure it must have felt, a bit of revenge and everything, whatnot, when you defeated him in the Global Chess Championships.
Yeah, no, for sure. When I played him in the World Cup in 2019, it was also around the same time. Both matches were played in September, and I think it was just like 3 days off. It was like almost exactly 3 years ago. So I definitely had that feeling of revenge because at the World Cup in 2019, I actually did have chances to beat him because we drew our two classical games, and in the first rapid game, I should have won that one. It ended in a draw, and then I lost the second game.
Yeah, I mean, the World Cup is just such a tough format because you only play 2 rounds. Were you happier playing in the Global Championships where the format was a little longer?
It doesn't really make a big difference. I think either way, the matches are just super close.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a similar feeling. Like I felt against Grishuk, the match we made 4 draws in the regular games, and it did feel like those games were definitely tough. Like had I lost the game, I don't know if I would have been able to come back. So I was in a way happy to make it to an Armageddon, and I thought, okay, either way, if I have the black pieces, I'll just fight for a draw. But if I'll play with the white piece, I'm just gonna throw everything at him. I'm just gonna go all out, and I'm gonna try to win. And yeah, happily, luckily it worked out.
The classical chess strategy. This is what all the grandmasters do, by the way. You have to hold your draws as black and then go for the win as white. That's the secret. All right. So,
Yeah,
you've been at St. Louis for a couple of years now and you recently graduated from your with your bachelor's
yep,
in
that's correct. In finance.
finance. Okay. And now you're doing your master's.
Yep, that's correct.
And have you been on the chess team this entire time for the last 4 years or so?
Yes, I've been on the Pro Chess League team since 2019, so that was in my first year at SLU. And yeah, of course, when I came to SLU, I was also playing for the SLU chess team. I mean, that's part of my scholarship.
Right. And what is your favorite class at SLU?
Actually, I'm taking a class right now in blockchain, and it's probably one of the first classes that I find really interesting. So that one is definitely cool.
So, are you for or against crypto? What are your thoughts on cryptocurrencies?
Uh, well, it remains to be seen, but I think it's definitely interesting. So, if yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I think the usage of blockchain is super interesting. Obviously, we don't need to get much very deep into it, but when I was doing my own undergrad at University of Toronto, which I did not finish,
Hmm.
yeah, blockchains and just all of that kind of like stuff was really big because of my statistics major. So yeah,
Hmm.
did like a deep dive into that too. So that's really really cool. Do you have any ambitions for after SLU? Do you have any ambitions for whenever you do graduate, or if you choose to put it on hold, are you thinking about going more into content?
Question. I do want to try to grow my Twitch and YouTube channels, but it's of course not easy. So right now I'm also working on a couple other things. I'm working on a course for Chessful that I hope to get out really soon. And yeah, I hopefully that'll be successful. And if it will, I might make more courses in the future. Besides that, yeah, yeah, I think that'll be my main focus for now, and I might get more into coaching because it's a bit more of a stable. It's a bit more stable than creating content.
Right. Do you have a favorite kind of content to create?
I like creating, I guess, educational
Mm-hmm.
content where your viewers can really benefit from. Besides that, yeah, there's nothing really that comes to mind right away.
Yeah. What's the chessable course going to be on? Are you allowed to reveal that?
It's gonna be an opening, but I want to keep it a secret for now.
Okay. Of course. No, I'm really excited to check that out. I mean, Chessable has been great, and I think you would be an amazing coach on Chessable and an amazing coach in general. Which, once again, you have been doing a lot of educational content. We've seen you commentate on Hikaru's channel, seen you commentate on. I believe I've also seen you commentate on the official chess.com channels, right?
Yeah, no, for
So,
sure. Yeah, I've done a lot of
yeah.
commentary on Hikaru's channel and on Chess.com's channel, and it's always a lot of fun because even when I'm not commentating, I'm gonna watch the games regardless. So it's nice to
Right.
be on the front row, so to speak.
Yeah. How much time do you spend on your chess on a daily basis? If you do?
Right. So right now that I'm working on a Chessable course, it's actually quite a lot because of course I have to study an opening seriously. So I don't know how to quantify it in hours, but to be fair, in recent years, not as much. I would say when I played in the World Cup in 2019, obviously I did a lot of preparation for that, and for the World Cup, I also played in 2021 and the Olympiad in 2022. But if I don't really have a big tournament coming up, I don't spend that much time on chess. But yeah, when I have a big tournament coming up, it's easily like 6 hours or maybe even more.
Wow. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It gets pretty intense. But I mean, my colleagues do the same, so I have to try to keep up.
Right, so on top of your studies at SLU, you also have to do additional chess studying because you're part of the SLU chess team. That seems like a very difficult, work-life balance sort of thing.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, yeah, besides being a student, I'm also, a chess grandmaster, so I have to, study chess to keep on my level. And yeah, besides that, I'm also, a content creator, a streamer, so that takes time. So yeah, I try to just put in as many hours as possible. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a lot of work, but thank you very much. Really appreciate having you on this interview, and I hope the best for your chess games. I'll definitely be watching and we'll be cheering you on.
Yeah, thanks, Nemo. It's a pleasure being here, and yeah, up to a good season.